The Coffee Hour. Welcome to Coffee with our morning host. We broadcast a host of programs like current topics, newspaper headlines, and music on Radio Sri Lanka. Tune in every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m.
Time for coffee hour right now, and we have two guests today. We're going to talk about an event which has been happening for years, and today we will be giving you a broad idea as to why this is held and how it helps the students. So we have with us Professor Janaka Wijayanayaka, Head Department of Industrial Management, Faculty of Science, University of Kelaniya. Good morning to you, Professor. And we also have our very own Sonal, and he is actually a second-year undergraduate following the Bachelor of Science Honours in Management and Information Technology degree program. And today we will be talking to him as a guest, not one of us today.
No, not yet.
Yes, not the usual good morning, and today it's going to be different. Today I'll be asking questions from you,
Okay.
because it has been the other way around otherwise, isn't it?
Exactly.
So first and foremost, we'll talk a little bit about the department itself, because I introduced Professor as the head of the Department of Industrial Management of the Faculty of Science. So when it comes to industrial management, Professor, tell us a little bit about how enthusiastic are students to join this department. Do you see a growth over the years?
Yes. Faculty of Science for the first time in Sri Lanka. The whole idea of establishing the department in the Faculty of Science was to educate science students in the management stream, which has not happened before.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's kind of unique. And over the years, we have been teaching industrial management, but in early 2000, we thought, okay, so just teaching management is not enough. We need, because the dot-com boom and the IT has started to develop. So we thought,
It's because of the development of technology, isn't it?
yeah. So we thought, okay, why not integrate management with information technology, and started again for the first time in Sri Lanka in 2003, the Bachelor of Science in Management and Information Technology. So that is what we have been offering since 2003. But later on, there was a kind of a big demand for information technology. So then we started our second degree program, which is Bachelor of Science Honours in Information Technology in 2016. So right now, we are offering two degree program. One is Bachelor of Science Honours in Management and Information Technology, and the second one is Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
And Professor, usually, like you mentioned, that this commenced in the year 2016 and back in 2003 as well, if I'm not mistaken. So at its infancy, how did you spread the word to people that, this is important, this helps you?
So information technology has become something which is required for even day-to-day life. So we say it has become part and parcel of our life, right? So of course, it's not just a technology. So that particular technology is spread everywhere. So then people have realized, not only the business organizations, so they have realized how important this technology for them to be competitive, to make their processes efficient and effective. So basically, we have spoken to various different stakeholders and spread the news. And so actually we have a very good demand, and so we measure our the quality of our degree program by looking at the employment rate. So we are very happy to say that our almost 99% of our graduates get employment within 6 months.
That's amazing. So do students get like a background idea as to this specific field when they're at school as well?
Yeah, initially it was not.
It was not.
So as you all may know, in 2004, even our Education Ministry has realized the importance of information technology, and they introduced information and communication technology into O-level curriculum in 2004. So since then, so students have understood the importance of information technology, and then now there is a big demand for our programs.
Let's also talk a little bit about the types of various fields they can step into once they study this. But before that, we're going to talk a little bit about hackathons. Sonal's quite silent, so we have to get him to talk. So Sonal, tell us a little bit about the hackathon which is happening this year.
Yes, thank you, Sharifa, for the opportunity and as well. So, HackX, let's talk about HackX. Like you mentioned, it was a hackathon, Sharifa.
Uh-huh.
Now it is an inter-university startup challenge. So, let me just quickly explain to you the difference between a hackathon and a startup challenge. So, hackathon is what you normally refer to as an innovation-based a technology-based innovation competition rather. So what you do there is you come up with a solution to a real-world problem that you have at hand. Based on technology, you develop a solution where it can be developed further as a product or a service. Then you can find, relevant investors, or if you have your personal capital, you can develop a business out of it. So that's the end goal of a hackathon.
So it's like shaping them to become entrepreneurs.
That's right. So entrepreneurship, that's good that you mentioned it. Entrepreneurship is and should be promoted in Sri Lanka, given the current economic situation as well. In my point of view, I feel a lot of people would agree. And, you see a lot of hackathons happening, organized by different parties. But HackX, so we are organizing HackX for the 8th consecutive time. So we have been doing it for 7 long years. Wow. So we can say we have experience in organizing this specific event.
That's the university.
Beg your pardon?
That's the university.
That's the university, that's right. And it's just to talk about HackX in general. So this event encompasses a lot of stages showcasing the brilliance and innovative thinking of young undergraduates from across Sri Lanka. So, you get people from all across Sri Lanka. That's what's so special about it, Sharifa. Mm-hmm. You get people from all across Sri Lanka, both state and private universities. They apply for these types of competitions, and a lot of people from those rural areas make it to the finals and even win that, because those are the people who usually have a real world problem, and they find a way with the technological boom. They find a way to develop a solution to that, rather than you talk about all the city boys and that environment.
Aren't you a city boy?
I can characterize, but it's not a problem per se. It's not. It's like it's out of my reach, right? What I mean is, so we want to see more of that, right?
Exactly. It's like giving them an opportunity to come forward. And it's amazing that you reach out to the rural areas as well, because we speak of how much talent we have in the rural area, but they get very little recognition, isn't it?
That's very true, and that's what we want as undergraduates, to provide a platform for them to showcase their talents. So it's not just about having an idea as well. So you have to know how to validate your problem, how to bring it into a solution, how to frame your idea into a proposal, Sharifa. That's something very hard to do. Mm-hmm. It's not simple as it sounds, because when you go through the process, you understand the pitfalls that you come across. So it's not really a simple process. That's why in the rewards part that we give out to HackX, like in HackX, it's quite big.
Massive. Okay.
Massive.
So by now, all the applications are in, everyone's selected, and
that's correct, because the registrations and the proposal submissions are done and done with. Okay. So the semi-finals of HackX 8.0 will be taking place this Sunday, the 17th of September. So 30 teams have been selected, and already from across Sri Lanka.
So all districts?
All districts.
Okay.
Well, not all districts per se. The people who have been selected from different universities.
Right.
So they will be coming to the University of Kalaniya premises to participate in the semi-finals, which will ultimately end up, it will gain them the chance to be in the final.
So how does the panel look like? Who will be judging them?
Yes, so that's a very good question, Sharifa, because what we want as undergraduates is to build them a platform so that they can build a business out of it.
Right.
So we bring a variety of experts. It can be industry professionals and also it can be investors. So that's the difference between an inter-university hackathon and a startup challenge. So startup is bringing up your own business, right?
Exactly.
So we want investors to come in to become a part of the judge panel so that they can see for themselves. It's a bit like Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, I was about to tell. I was wondering whether I should be saying that because that Shark Tank term came to my mind from the beginning. But
Yes. It's a bit like that, but a whole different other process at the back. So, yes, you can call it the concept of Shark Tank.
Probably, because, I mean, it's about not only giving them an opportunity to talk about their ideas and about their innovative creations, but it's also about giving them an opportunity to tell it to people who can be possible investors.
That's right. That's true.
Right. So I think Professor might be able to tell us a bit about the impact of hackathon over the years.
So actually, we started hackathon as a real hackathon. So that's about 8 years back. So basically when you talk about hackathon, so there can be either software hackathons or hardware hackathons where people get together within 1 or 2 days, try to come up with something, some kind of an innovation. So over the years, we realized that there are so many hackathons, but ultimately there is no any benefit to the society. So therefore we thought, okay, why don't we make it something more useful to the society, and then we convert our hackathon to a startup challenge. So now of course we see that at least 1 or 2 products that are coming out from the hackathon go into the business level. And then they start their own businesses, bring up some investors and develop further. So I think there is a huge impact to the society compared to so-called hackathons.
So this is hackathon, but a bit more.
Yeah, because we started as hackathon, so we want to keep the name, but this is something more than hackathon.
Right. So we'll talk more of these dreams. That was hot on Coffee It's precisely 7:34. Very good morning to you. So we've been talking about hackathon and also about the degree program as well. So Professor, let's touch on the degree program. How does it work and how long is this?
Yeah, so I think it's good timing. So now UGC has actually started calling for application. We offer 2 degree program. One is Bachelor of Science Honours in Management and Information Technology, and the other one is Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. We basically take those who have done science stream A-levels, and so they can of course apply for our degree program. But so our selection process is little bit different to other degree programs. So those who have applied will be called for an aptitude test.
Okay.
So then first they need to get through the aptitude test. Then if those who have passed the aptitude test will be taken by the UGC, and then based on the Z score they'll be selected for the degree program. And then once they come to the degree program, of course there'll be a common 1 year. So the first year will be common for both management and information technology as well as information technology. After the completion of the first year, so the students can choose either they go along with MIT or IT.
Right, so it's kind of like a foundation. You give them the foundation and then let them select.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Interesting. And I think Sonal also did go through the process, isn't it? He was like, yeah, I was a part of it.
I was a part of it. Just wanted to clarify the MIT and IT, which is management and IT parts. So those are completely different parts. Even though we have common course modules, for example, use me as a use case. I am following MIT. So I'm not in that much into programming or coding. So you can actually choose, but you cannot get away with coding at all. But
there's a little bit of that.
There's a little of that. But at the end of the day, you have to incorporate that to your professional career as well, because that's an in-demand job skill in the market, and that's what we try to popularize within hackathons as well, through hackathons as well. So, for example, the job opportunities or the fields that you can get into through MIT would be information systems field. I'm sure you're familiar. Then business systems engineering, and also operations and supply chain management.
Right. And Professor will also talk about the job opportunities the students have when they leave the university.
So I'll first talk about the MIT, as Sonal said. So there are 3 specializations which comes under MIT. So that is business systems engineering, information systems, and operations and supply chain management. So those who follow MIT, of course, they would be able to go into the industry as we'll say business analyst, then maybe production managers, planners, and then even they will be able to go into the IT field where they will work as, we'll say, information systems managers, or maybe information system security experts. So those are the areas where they can focus on. But those who follow IT, of course, they are the techies, so they'll be able to go into coding, software engineering, quality assurance, then networking, so then systems engineering, that sort of areas.
Nice. It's interesting as well to see how, selecting one field can take you to many different fields. And, sometimes we decide that, we want to do this when we grow up, but then eventually with time, you change and you want to try something else. But I think for this, you kind of get a foundation and you get to choose in the process, isn't it?
The field of IT is very diverse, Sharifa, because it's not only just the typical software programming job that you see. The field has developed in many areas.
There's IT in medicine, there's IT in engineering, there's IT in civil engineering, there's
That's
IT everywhere,
right.
isn't it?
Everywhere, involved in everywhere. So you have a diverse range of opportunities
There's
to choose
IT
from.
media too.
IT media too.
Exactly.
That's right.
So now getting back to hackathons, Sonal, tell us a little bit about the timelines. And you said that you've received quite a number of applications this time, and you have to restrict to a certain amount to kind of shift to the finals as well, isn't
That's
it?
right, to shortlist, in short.
Yes.
So we are very happy to announce that we received around 150 plus teams registering and sending their proposals, right? So 150 teams means each team can consist up to 3 to 5 team members. So it has to be minimum 3 team members, maximum 5 team members. So that means around 700 plus applicants were a part of this hackathon initially. So we went through a thorough screening process and we selected only 30 applications, which is a huge reduction of the applications.
It's a process, and
that's right.
You don't feel great about it also most of the time.
That's right. So this time we have international exposure to our hackathon. So leading tech companies are involved in this matter. So this is the first time actually as well. So we hope to give other undergraduates a very, very good opportunity to come and present in this year's Startup Challenge so that they can actually have an opportunity to go international.
That's great, and that's a major opportunity, as you mentioned, that you focus not only in the Colombo district, so it's about spreading out to other parts of the country as well. So let's also talk about the timelines of hackathon.
Yes, so HackX, we opened our registration deadlines earlier, and Idea Sprint. So let me just quickly take you through the process. Idea Sprint is an initial pitching event for the department students, intra-departmental idea competition. So from that, 3 teams will be selected as finalists for hackathons. Intra-departmental competition, 3 teams will be selected as finalists, and other 12 teams will be selected through the public, like the general public or the other universities. 12 teams, altogether 15 universities, 12 plus 3, 15 universities will be coming for the grand finals. So we have, like I mentioned before, we have the semi-finals coming up, 30 teams coming up this Sunday, 17th of September, yes. But the grand finals will be taking place on the 22nd of October, which is next month. So what's interesting about this, Sherry, is we have arranged a wide variety of technical workshops for these students who have been selected for the semi-finals, so that after the semi-finals, they can participate in these sessions and get an idea about how to increase the validity and how to improve their overall idea more, so that they can be better before the grand finals.
And that's interesting, because it's not just about getting stuff from them, ideas from them and putting it out, but you also teach them how to do it better.
Exactly. So we have a process called DesignX. So it's a separate, so this is a series of events, hackathons, basically. So DesignX is a startup guidance program, which includes seminars, workshops, and also a webinar series. So this is a massive opportunity for undergraduates who is going on in their, normal university lives to get out of that and tackle a real world problem.
Wow. Okay. I can see a proud professor there, because this is, organized inside the faculty, but still not by the university itself, but by the students, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So actually, our department has a student association, which is called Industrial Management Science Student Association. So they are the ones organize it entirely. So our contribution is, of course, I would say very minimum. Okay.
Yes, minimum but very impactful.
Exactly. Yes, but it's good to give the students the opportunity to. This is about facing the real world. It's not about staying inside the university compound.
The thing is, as you say, the university is university, right? So once you come to the university, it's not only the academic work that we promote. So when they come in, so they need to develop their communication, leadership, organizing skills. So through our student body, we promote those. So basically we give them ideas, but they take it forward and develop their soft skills. So that's the whole idea.
They make it into reality. They turn it into reality. So Sonal, now this hackathon has been happening for a while, and this is the first time you are involved in organizing the hackathon. So tell us a bit about your experience. Now, I understand I've seen you always, attending lectures and even online. I witnessed it. So that's a completely different thing compared to what you're doing right now, because organizing an event is not easy. You need a lot of team support. Working with a team, once again, is not easy, because your ideas should match, and then, it should go hand in hand. You might have a little bit of, misunderstandings, or some people might not agree with what you want. So tell us about your team and how you took this forward, and how long did it take?
Yes, thank you for asking that question as well. And yes, you're right, it's a very tedious process, but it helps that we have around 100 plus students in our own batch. So we have a batch of around 107 students. So I would like to say that we have enough manpower to conduct a huge event of this nature. So talking about the team, of course, we have a lot of people involved, including the academic lecturers and the department staff, and also the undergraduates themselves. So it's a combination where we make it a reality for the other undergraduates from other universities to make their ideas or dreams a reality. So talking about my own experience, you're right. Managing an event is not easy. So I am the particular media coordinator in all of this. So contacting media companies, including...
Makes sense to give it to you.
Including Radio Sri Lanka, was with my involvement. So I suppose broadcasting this on Radio Sri Lanka is really important as the state channel. It's really important to broadcast these types of...
We need to support each other.
Exactly. We need to support each other. And my personal perspective, when organizing, you come across with various different individuals, industry professionals, investors. You get to talk to these people. So as undergraduates, that's what you want to do as well. Ultimately, the ultimate goal of you following a degree program is you getting a job. There's two, you getting a job or you starting up your own venture, right? So this actually gives you an opportunity to get a heads up and for you to, before getting into the job market, it's a third year that you go into an internship program. Right. So before that, you get industry exposure. You get to talk to the people, you get to interact with them, you get to communicate, deal with them, different types of deliverables and expectations that they can. I'm talking about the partners that we have associated with our event. So you get to talk the deliverables, deals, and everything. Monetary, may be it gift, in kind, it doesn't matter. You have a variety of opportunities in organizing this event as well, and I think personally it has been a fantastic opportunity. It's been busy, I'm not gonna lie. It has been busy because we are also organizing, I mentioned this previously to you, two different other hackathon related and university business magazine. Is it okay if I just briefly explain that, Sharifa?
Of course, you have time.
Okay. So we also, in parallel to this, we organize HackX Junior, which is an inter-school hackathon, which gathers all students across Sri Lanka. That's one thing special about our department. We think about everybody. We think about everybody and we think about giving back to the community, giving back to the place that we came from. So we address the undergraduates and also we address the school students. It's the same process, just much less complex for the school students, of course. And also we have industry recognized university business magazine called Exposition. So that's like our trademark magazine that we publish every year. We have a launch, we have interviews associating it. So Professor, would you like to add something regarding those events?
Yeah. So if you look at the activities that we do at the department, especially the Industrial Management Science Student Association, so we see that in Sri Lanka, majority of school pass out students as well as undergraduates or the graduates, they are job seekers. What we need is not job seekers, job providers. So through this event, what we want is to promote entrepreneurship so that at least few of them start their businesses and start providing jobs rather than seeking jobs. So then only we can come out from this, mess and develop our country and bring it to a different level.
Exactly.
And then the magazine that we launched, so we call it the magazine that bridges management and technology. So in the past, there was no any magazine which basically talk about how you can integrate information technology into management. So we thought, okay, there is something lacking in the business world as well. So we have to bring the message to the community, the business world. So that's why we basically encourage our students to start such a magazine. So now it has become kind of a well-recognized business magazine in Sri Lanka.
Just to add on to something that Professor said, we are that's our longest running magazine.
How long has it been?
How long, you ask? It has been around 20 years.
Yeah. 2 decades.
2 decades.
Wow.
So that's something we should mention. And yes.
That's interesting, and that certainly is, I'm pretty sure there are parents listening in, maybe, undergraduates or even school students listening in who would be encouraged to, maybe we are giving them an idea as to which field to select and how to take their educational, journey forward.
That's right. And also, Sharifa, there might be even potential investors
exactly.
Tuned in as well. So if there are any clarifications, or if you ever have the need to contact us and ask more information about HackX Junior or Exposition, if you're interested in partnering up with these specific events, which are definitely industry recognized, you can contact us on our social media pages, or you can get through our hotline number and get my contact information as well.
Yes, so do you want to mention the social media pages?
Yes. So it's very easy. You just have to go to your Facebook account or your Instagram account and visit, just type in HackX, HackX. HackX is very simple. And for HackX Junior, the Inter-School Hackathon, HackX Junior. And simple as that. And the Exposition, it's the same thing. Exposition, just type in, it just pops up.
Right, so there you go. So that's technology, and you need to kind of, go hand in hand with technology. So Instagram and Facebook
that's right.
is the go-to to kind of let the younger generation know that you exist, isn't it? So thank you so much, Professor Janaka Wijayanayaka. Thank you for being a part of the show.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting us for this sharing.
It was a really interesting conversation, and certainly I'm pretty sure a lot of them would have gained something out of it, because it, as I mentioned, would give an idea to the younger generation who are tuned in, or the parents, to guide their students in terms of their educational journey. So thank you so much, Sonal. Nice to meet you again on a day we don't usually meet.
We don't usually meet. I'm probably here tomorrow.
Yes, you are.
But I want to take this opportunity to thank the Radio Sri Lanka team and the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation for acknowledging events like these. And specifically the director of the English service, Ms. Indira Navagamua. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you SLPC for promoting these kinds of events, which should be done in a time like.
So once again, thank you very much, Professor, and thank you very much, Sonal, for being a part of the coffee hour, and enjoy the rest of the day. And it's going to be a very hectic day, I presume. It looks like it. So anyways, all the very best, and enjoy the journey.
The Coffee Hour. Welcome to Coffee with our morning host. We broadcast a host of programs like current topics, newspaper headlines, and music on Radio Sri Lanka. Tune in every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m.